Hello class, and welcome back to Mr. Poole's Online Learning. Today we're going to learn something new, so please pay attention and watch the whole video so you totally understand what we're doing. Okay, so today we're comparing more than two fractions. So if we have two fractions and they don't have the same numerator and they don't have the same denominator. Okay, so you think, wow, what do we do? Well, this is what you do. First of all, we're going to find something called the least common multiple. The least common multiple, or the LCM. So, least common multiple. Okay? That's what we're going to find. We're going to find the least common multiple. And the way you find the least common multiple is this. It's skip counting. So you probably all know how to skip count. You probably have done it before. So that's all you have to do. So you're going to go to the denominator because you want all the same denominators. So we want this denominator to equal this denominator to equal this denominator. We want them all the same. Okay, so first of all, we have to skip count. I usually say skip count up to about 20. Don't go any higher than 20 because otherwise these problems will take you all year. One time on a test, I saw a boy and he had this whole paper full of numbers. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm skip counting." And he had skip counted up to like 120 by twos. And he had his whole paper full of numbers. So stop at about 20. Stop at about 20. All right, so here we go. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So that I'm skip counting right here for the 2, 4, 6, all the way up to 20. So now skip count by 4s up to 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. All right, that was a little easier. Skip count by 3s up to 20. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and I'm going to go up to 21 because it ends at 21. Okay, now what you want to do, find the least common multiple. The least common multiple that they all have. You got to find one that they all have. So 4, 4, but this one doesn't have 4. See, this one has 4, this one has 4, this one has 4. They all have to have it, but you want it the smallest number. So 6, no, this one doesn't have 6. This one doesn't have 8. This one doesn't have 10. How about 12? This one has 12. This one has 12. And this one has 12. So look, they all have 12, and that's the smallest number they all have. So 12 is my least common multiple. So you have to skip count, and I suggest just writing your skip count right underneath the number, and then you have to find which one is the least common multiple. All right, so I need each of these denominators to be 12 then. Okay, so now I have to go figure out what I have to do to this bottom denominator to make it 12. Okay, so in this case, I have to do what? In order to get from 2 to 12, I have to multiply by what? Yep, I think you got it. 6. 6. I have to multiply it by 6. So 2 times 6 equals 12. So whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So we'll come back and do this. All right, 4 times What gets me 12? Yep, 3. Very good. So I have to do the same thing to the numerator. Over here, well, if 4 times 3 is 12, then 3 times 4 is 12, right? So I times that, the numerator, by the same thing. So notice, I use the same thing to multiply on each one of these. So now I can just multiply them, right? 1 times 6 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 4 is 8. Now, this is what I'm left with. I'm left with 3 fractions right here. And they all have the same numerator, right? Yeah, so we can compare them together now because they all have the same numerator. So if I was putting them in order from greatest to least, okay, if I was doing greatest to least, then I would do 9/12 would come first. Then what? 8/12 would come next. And 6/12 would come last. Or 9/12 is the same as 3/4. 8/12 is the same as 2/3. And 6/12 is the same as 1/2. So here would be my order from greatest to least. 3/4, 2/3, and then 1/2. Okay, I suggest that you go back and watch this video a second time so you totally understand it and you totally get all the steps. And I would suggest writing it down. Write it down for yourself so it kind of cements those steps into your mind, okay? Again, first thing you do is you have to find the least common multiple. So you do that by skip counting, okay? You do that by skip counting for each denominator, okay? Once you do that, once you get the least common multiple, then you have to change the denominator to that number. And then once you do that, then you simply compare the 3 fractions and put it in the correct order, okay? Way to go, and hope you took good notes, and happy learning, and have a good day. Bye.